of his 13-year-old daughter. A father thwarts the attempted abduction of his 13-year-old daughter. He didn't just stop this kidnapping. Well, the father ensured that suspect was caught, and now he is in jail.
Yeah, crazy story here. Reporter Marla Carter spoke with that father about his heroic act. She is live from the Harris County Jail with this story. Marla.
That's right, Maida, and that suspect is currently behind bars on a $50,000 bond. He is charged with attempted kidnapping, and the victim's father says that he was just glad he's there, and that man is now behind bars.
Like many families on Labor Day, Anthony was out barbecuing in front of his apartment. His 13-year-old daughter was nearby. It was around noon. Then a stranger in a car pulled up right next to the girl.
They were right here playing, her and her friend. Right here playing. And the guy pulled up from, out the street right here. Was looking at him. And they like, no, this guy seems strange.
Anthony's daughter immediately ran up to her dad to tell him. He told her to stay close.
So as I'm looking, the guy pulls up right here and kind of looks around the corner like, and I'm looking at him strange because I don't know this fella. Who you here for?
The next thing Anthony knew, the man in the car, 44-year-old Lionel Williams, opened the car door and approached his daughter.
My daughter's standing right over here by the door, and he goes like, trying to grab her like this here. And she pull away and yank away. And I'm standing over there, and I'm like, hey, I start running. I'm like, hey, what are you doing?
Anthony said after that, Williams was startled, tried to get back in the car. Anthony wasn't going to let him get away. He grabbed Williams' keys and cell phone.
I stop him right here. I say, no, you're not finna go nowhere. And he run out towards the street right here, Lockwood.
He and his neighbors chased the man and flagged down an HISD officer who helped them until police arrived. Anthony's just grateful Williams is behind bars, but the fact this happened in broad daylight was concerning. He hopes it raises awareness for other parents out there.
Still be aware of your surroundings, especially when your kids are out playing, because you never know what kind of sick individuals we have around us.
As for his 13-year-old, they got her mace to protect herself, and they're proud of her quick thinking.
Okay, so y'all just heard this story right here, and this happened, like they said, Labor Day weekend. It was posted actually on September 10th, 2021. So it was a few days after, almost a week after Labor Day had passed. But before I get started, a huge shout out to this father for quick thinking and quick reacting. For being able to go out and thwart what could have been a possible kidnapping of his daughter. And, that's just like simply amazing. Like, you don't hear stories like this all the time. And I'm glad when I receive stories like this that have good endings, because this could have been and turned out to be so much more worse. And this could have been another incident where we just heard about another girl just being kidnapped or another child being kidnapped. And God knows what happens when a child gets kidnapped. But what makes the story even better is the fact that he didn't just stop this kidnapping from happening. He actually also helped get this man behind bars the same exact day. Like, it's not like they had to go out and send a search party to find this guy. They actually got him that day. Like, they held him down until police arrived. So a kidnapping got stopped that day, and this guy got stopped that day from possibly going and doing something else to another child or attempting. And something tells me this is not the first time that he's done this before. And if it is, he's probably thought about it. I've always said that when it comes to kidnappings, a lot of times it's kind of, for me, a split down the middle, where one, it could be random, and the other part of me is saying that it could be a target. He didn't specify in the video if he knew this guy or not, or if the guy knew him, but he does know this. This guy is a sick freak that was trying to kidnap a 13-year-old girl, and this father wasn't about to let it happen. So I definitely have to get my props and tip my hat off to this father for quick thinking and doing what he had to do as a father, and those instincts kicked in. And at the end of the audio, it said that they he got his daughter some mace, just in case, in the future anything like that happens. Like, look, if there's someone strange around you and they try to grab you, just pull that mace out and spray it in their face one good time, and they will most likely let you go, because that stuff will burn. And at that point, they're not going to think about trying to continue to grab you, and you just run the other way if you're by yourself. But good thing that she wasn't there by herself, because if she was, she would have got kidnapped and they would have been trying to find her wherever she may be. But definitely, I'm glad that this story had a good ending. I'm glad that she's back. You know, that she's, well, I don't even say back because she was never taken. She almost was. But I'm glad that she's back, you know, with her dad. And I'm very sure now they're going to be they're going to be connected at the hip even more if they weren't already. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments.